I'm going to give the microphone to Luke, our chief pilot and president of Honor Flight.
Honor Flight and Freedom Flight. If I could have Jim Torella and Diane Torella front and center, please.
Don't drink this.
And up. Eddie. Well, guys, it's our 25th anniversary operating the balloons. If I could have your attention, please.
Very important. Thank you. Thank you.
This is our 25th anniversary, and we have a very special presentation here for a couple of very special people. And I want to read this this plaque that we're going to present to Jim. It says, Freedom Flight 25th Anniversary, St. Cloud, Minnesota. Presented to Dr. James Torella for his relentless dedication for the past 25 years towards the awareness of the POW, or prisoners of war, missing in action issues. He is recognized for his efforts around the world for establishing and building Freedom Flight, the POW MIA hot air balloon team. And we'd like to make a heartfelt thank you. And we extend this from the entire board of directors. Signed, Luke Stesnick, President, Brad Veenstra, Vice President, Crystal Vierkant, Dennis Anderson, Pamela Bernick, Bill Farmer, Warren Ostendorf, Steve Daniels, John Pearson, and all the other pilots and crew. Thank you, Jim. Look what you started. Now we have a special presentation for Diane. Diane, we have something very special for you in the box. Just take that cover off. There's a couple of nicely engraved 25th anniversary wine goblets. And that goes along with a nice bottle of wine, so you can finally get this guy to sit down and enjoy a bottle of wine that I brought all the way from Hawaii. And Jim, we've been kind of taunting you a little bit with all these new jackets floating around here. Guess what? We have yours. So we'd like to present our founder, Jim Torella, with his brand new Freedom Flight jacket with the 25th anniversary logo on the chest. Jim, there you go. You want to put that on for us?
Not a 3X anymore,
it's down to a 2X. Are we going to still call you Big Jim? Yeah. All right. Okay, let's hear from Jim Torella.
Wow, it's my first new jacket in 22 years, I think. The other one was kind of worn out, but I didn't want to give it up. It's been a mission of my heart, and without my wife Diana by my side, we would never be able to do the traveling that we do around the world. I've personally flown the balloon in 6 states and 6 countries and 42 states. And taking Matt Blair up in the balloon last summer was a highlight for me. Putting the balloon up in the Metrodome before the Twins games was something that I'll never forget. Flying a balloon inside of a balloon. Ann and Nancy here, they wanted to come up front, so I'm going to have Ann and Nancy. They drove all the way down from Escanaba, Michigan, just to be here with their friends. When I was working in graduate school and doing my dissertation on prisoners of war, and I moved to St. Cloud and took my first job at the VA hospital, I realized that I had to do something to keep their memory alive and make sure that we never forget the ones, the 83,000 Americans that are still missing from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and now Afghanistan and Iraq. And I never dreamed it would go on for 25 years. And without our other pilots like Luke and Terry and Gus and the board of directors and the crew that we have across the country and around the world, It has come to fruition, and we're going to continue to do it as long as we can. So from the deepest part of my heart, Diane and I thank you for coming tonight, and we really, really appreciate the National Guard members that walked in from Albany. I mean, that was so special. Give them a round of applause. You know, with 22 of our veterans committing suicide every day, we're losing too many heroes, and we can't afford to have that continue. And I do the best job I can to prevent that. And I'm looking forward to our 8th honor flight in April to take another 100 heroes out to Washington, D.C. to see their memorial. And just thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We want the whole board of directors up here, but Ann and Nancy, I think they wanted to. So right here.
As he said, we're from Upper Michigan, Upers of course. Jim's been to our place many times, and I want to present him with a $1,000 check to keep the freedom fight keep going.
Something to say.
Oh, we have a Marine up front here. We have to let him speak.
Hey, all this wouldn't happen unless a guy like Tim Carrillo and his crew took over. So we really appreciate what you've done with top flight trips and everything else. Thank you a lot, Jim and Luke and all of you, really, on behalf of the veterans who have made the trip.
Thank our World War II heroes and all of our veterans. I mean, every generation of veterans are heroes as far as I'm concerned. So thank you once again.
Pamela Burnick, we'd like you up here so we can get a picture. All the board members for Freedom Flight, come on up front and center, please. The gentleman you just heard on the speaker, Clint Fladlin, was a World War II veteran from out in Guam. He flew Corsairs, and he's actually signing pictures up here of him when he was in the service. And he was one of the guys that was instrumental in bringing us the idea of doing honor flights here. So this guy is a great guy to be around, and you'll have a lot of fun talking with him. Okay, we need. I gotta get Crystal. Okay, we're gonna get Crystal, and then we'll get a picture up here.
Downstairs in the dungeon.
Oh no.
Congratulations. And don't forget.
There was one pilot we forgot to mention, our token Greek, Dimitri, right over here. Raise your hand. He's a crew chief, and he is absolutely great. He never flies, but he walks every place he goes. He's been all around the world.
All right, this just scratches the surface of the number of people that helped to put the Freedom Flight balloons in the air, and also to get the World War II veterans to Washington, D.C., and the Korean veterans also. So here's our board of directors, our founder, and away we go.
This past year, we realized that D-Day was the 70th anniversary this year in Normandy. And Diane and I have walked the beaches of Normandy, and it was suggested by Colonel Pearson that we try to get our balloon over there to honor our remaining World War II veterans that stormed those beaches and survived. So we're actively still working on the next 7 weeks here to try to get the balloon over. Hopefully one of the military aircraft will ship our envelope over. We have crew in Belgium and France waiting for us to come there to provide us with all the help we need. So give us some prayers and wish us some good luck so we can go over to Normandy on June 6th. So we'd appreciate that. We had a small donation tonight, Crystal. And I know that you and Rock On Trucks have done a great job for us. Your truck out front is, if you haven't seen the new Rock On truck out front, you need to go outside and see that. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen in years. And Crystal, we just got a donation tonight for $1,000 from Escalon, Michigan.
All right. Thank you all. And now we're